My name is Nolan Goodnow, and I will be interviewing you on your career field. So, what is your name and what school experience do you have?
My name is David Joseph Goodnow, and I have a bachelor's degree in security administration. I also have worked for the United States Air Force active duty for 20 years, and I transferred as a civilian from active duty, and I've been working for the Air Force as a civilian for the past 15 years.
So, what is your career field that you are in?
So my primary job, I was hired to be a government SAP security officer for the United States Air Force. You may have heard of SAP before. It's an acronym for Special Access Programs. There's two different types of special access programs. You may have heard of the B2 or the F-22 program. Those are acknowledged SAP programs. The government also has SAP programs that they consider unacknowledged. Those are programs a lot of times in acquisition that are in development that the government will not acknowledge their existence, also referred to as black world programs.
So, what's the reason that you went into that career field?
Well, when I was 18 years old, I started thinking about, well, what do I want to do with my life? And I decided to go ahead and join the Air Force. Actually, looked at the Army as a potential opportunity, but then decided to go into the Air Force instead. That was in 1989.
So, how was the process going into your career field?
So the process to where I got right now. So when I started out in the military, I worked with nuclear weapons and worked security for nuclear weapons. When I came into the military, I was given a top secret clearance. And with that top secret clearance, it provided me with additional accesses, and I was asked to go ahead and start working special access programs. And in 1992, when I got into special access programs for a full-time position, that is one of the things that I continue to do throughout my the 20 years of service that I did.
That was a lot of years of experience. So, what past jobs have you had that helped you get to this process?
Well, the active duty Air Force is really what brought me into the field. It's an exciting field. It's ongoing. You have the opportunity to see what is in current development as far as requirements for the future, and then you get to see those different programs that are inside of the acquisition cycle. You kind of see it from the start and development of here is a requirement, and then how that requirement is giving to a prime vendor, such as Lockheed or Boeing or Raytheon, and then how that is developed, working through the processes with those prime vendors to make sure that each one of those milestones is met for that specific capability or requirement that the government has given to whoever the prime vendor is, and then seeing it from development all the way to operational, going through the different test cycles to making sure that it meets all the requirements, and then seeing it to the end state where it's actually operational. What is really nice is when you see it from operational and then actually being used for its intended purposes, whether it be to defeat a opposition's particular capability, or to go ahead and stop or impede, the opposition or adversary, or in some cases, be able to do a lot of good for not only the U.S. but other countries as far as when you get into, say, non-kinetics capabilities, providing additional communications capabilities or additional power capabilities to a nation that needs it, whether it's for say hospitals, or if it's for providing power to school systems or something like that, without the adversary actually knowing, or coalition, our partners overseas knowing exactly how we achieve that capability, but providing them with that service.
Okay, so that experience helped you a lot to get to where you're at now?
As far as where I'm at right now, yeah, it has. It's been kind of a stepping stones along the way, learning things every day. With the area that I work in is primarily the Middle East is our area of responsibility, and it's always something new. It's never the same each day. With the Middle East, there's always a requirement for work, and always a requirement to go ahead and get inventive, and providing options to our leadership for whatever circumstance that may pop up tomorrow. Kind of trying to think ahead of the game, trying to go ahead and be a couple steps forward, but you can't always do that. Trying to, like I said, provide those additional opportunities and availabilities and choices to our senior leadership and the folks in Washington, so they have those different choices available to them, depending on whatever the situation is.
Okay. So with you doing 40 years, or it was 20 years of active duty?
20 years active duty, and I'm about 15 years right now as a government civilian.
Okay, so has that changed your mind of what you want to do, like going in there, or?
No,
Looking back.
each like I said, with the area that I work in and being responsible for the Middle East, there's never a dull moment. It's not the same. Never know exactly what to expect going into work each day, or what the problem set is that we're going to have to work on each day. So right now, as long as I can still stay physically fit to go ahead and continue to do my job, travel overseas, and do what's asked of me, then I'll continue to do so. Once I get to a point where I don't think that I can do that, then I'll probably step away and then let somebody else take over. But right now, I think I can continue on for a few more years.
Okay. Is there anything else that you would like to add, or?
No, it's one of the things. It's a very rewarding job. I appreciate this interview and you giving me the opportunity to go ahead and talk about myself for the last 3 or 4 minutes. The job that I do is not a job that is for everyone out there. It is challenging. It's difficult, and there's times that it can really be difficult, but it is also rewarding. So it really is what you put into it is what you get out of it, but it's putting everything that you have into it, not expecting a reward out of it, but seeing the work that is done and the work that you do for others is a reward in itself.
Okay. Well, I'd like for you, or to thank you for coming in and letting me ask you these questions today.
Well, thank you very much. And Nolan, good now? Yes.
David Joseph, good now?
Yeah, it was very nice to meet you, and thank you again for this opportunity.
Thank you.
All right, take care.